Welcome to a new video, and this will be a short video where I compare the Honor Earbuds 3 Pro against the Huawei FreeBuds Pro, so let's get started. So the Honor Earbuds 3 Pro surprised me a little bit, so I thought, yeah, might be a good idea to compare it with the FreeBuds Pro. So let's talk first about the build quality of the cases. You can see that the Honor Earbuds 3 Pro case is much smaller than the FreeBuds Pro case, but the battery life is almost on par when it comes to this, and the design is very similar, though you can see that this case has already gone through some rough times and is a little bit wobbly here at the hinge. You can see it moving. And this one here is much sturdier built, so it doesn't have this wobble here on the back, and yeah, feels a little bit more sturdy. When we take a look at the headphones itself, the earbuds, first of all, how do you get them out? This is maybe also something interesting, because Honor specifically said it's easy to get them out. All you have to do is like pull them out like this. So you basically press a little bit with your pointing finger down, and then you get them out. It's a bit harder with the FreeBuds Pro. People have issues with this because here you cannot really do it. It's a bit harder to grip them and to get them, and yeah, they have a bit stronger magnets as well. But when you're used to it, then it is no issues at all. You can just simply pull them up like this. Your thumb goes in here from down there, and you can grab them out. So yeah, it's a little bit harder to get them out than the Earbuds 3 Pro, but it's almost no issue. When you have them out, let's check the quality of the build. First of all, you can see Huawei logo here all over the place, and we have ventilation holes and microphone holes, charging holes, as well as a nice plastic mesh, a nice tip, super soft, as you can see here. And we have some sensors here for detection, and I think microphone as well for noise cancelling, and some writing there as well, or maybe you can see it there. And yeah, this is basically the ear. But what you notice is that the stem, that it is very short, and it is not curved. It is really, they have edges, so you can really grip it very easily. When you have it in your hand, you can grip it very easily, and performing actions on it is also very easily. The actions are performed here on the inside. So if you have it in your ear, you're just swiping like this to lower the volume or upper the volume, or you press like this to get to the next song, and so on. So this is done in contrast to this style, which I like because it's soft and very round here inside of the ear, basically, which gives you very much good comfort. It has some edges here on the outside, which gives you very good hold and gripability. On contrast, the Honor Earbuds 3 Pro, if you take them out, they are round all over the place. So even the stem is a lot smaller than the stem on the FreeBuds Pro, as you can see here in this comparison. The height is only a little bit bigger on the Earbuds 3 Pro. The weight is a lot higher here on the FreeBuds. The Earbuds 3 Pro are a lot lighter, that's for sure. But for some reason, this earbuds, the length of the stem seems to be bigger. It's just because it's rounded here on the bottom. It has, as you can see, a microphone there as well, a microphone. It has some sensors here as well. One of them is a temperature sensor, like I learned now. It's only available, I think, in China, or enabled in China. This is why I couldn't use the temperature sensor. Maybe they will re-enable it, I don't know. And it's slippery because it has this glossy kind of look, this grayish kind of look. I know that the FreeBuds also are a bit glossy, but not as glossy as those here, not as slippery as those. And they feel not easy to grip, I have to say. So I'm going to take also the right one. When it comes to the design of what you put in your ear, it's almost identical. Also, I don't see much of a big difference there. I would say it's identical kind of fin, or how they call it. that you put into your ear. It's comfortable. It feels comfortable here. It feels comfortable there as well. So not much of a difference if you have it in your ears. The tips are, I think, interchangeable, and they're also very soft. This one is a little bit smaller than the one on the FreeBud, however. It has the same plastic mesh inside. This is just here, this one is white and this is like a bit of dark. And yeah, it feels comfortable in the ear itself. Otherwise, the round shape makes it a little bit harder to grip for sure, and it can fall down pretty easily. Where here the FreeBud, because of the edges here, you don't have the feeling to lose them so much. So this is one of the downsides of the build quality and how you hold them in your hands. But now let's come to the important part, the sound quality. I don't want to drag it too long. We have already 5 minutes. So sound quality. We have definitely a wider soundstage on the FreeBuds Pro. But we have not only narrower soundstage here on the Earbuds 3 Pro, but we have a bit more punchy bass and clearer highs on the Earbuds 3 Pro. Here everything is more like a boring or more natural kind of sounding on the FreeBuds. The Earbuds 3 Pro, so the Honor ones, have good mid bass. They have clearer highs than the FreeBuds, because the FreeBuds have a little bit of, I would say, bleeding or warmer kind of sound, which with the dual coaxial driver they have here in the Earbuds 3 Pro, you have this punchy bass, but you don't get this warmth in the mids up until the highs. So they're very clear and very immersive as well, and airier in general than the FreeBuds Pro. Then when it comes to good high details, you have good high details where it's a bit of warm kind of sound when you're listening to instrumentals, for example, on the FreeBuds Pro. It is much more clearer and not so warm, more airier. And you get a bit more details in the highs for piano sounds, for example, which is pretty nice with their playing in the high keys. Warmer highs, less details in the highs, a bit more relaxed, those FreeBuds Pro, and a bit more punchy, a bit more engaging, exciting, the Earbuds 3 Pro, the Honor Buds. And for example, when you compare the bass, Ed Sheeran's Happier, the heartbeat sequence there in this song is like 10 times more engaging on the Honor Earbuds 3 Pro than on the FreeBuds 3 Pro. So it feels a bit more muddy, maybe on the FreeBuds 3 Pro, a bit more relaxed, a bit more recessed, and here a bit more into the action. This could be also, the soundstage, because the soundstage is much narrower on the FreeBuds, on the Earbuds 3 Pro than on the FreeBuds 3 Pro. But when it comes to also vocals, the warm here very detailed, clear female vocals, for example, on the Earbuds 3 Pro. I really like this a lot. This to the sound quality, one of the most important things. When it comes to ANC, this is pretty interesting because I don't see much of a difference here. Maybe there's a tiny bit of more intelligence on the Earbuds 3 Pro because they're a little older. But when it comes to noise cancelling the noise, they are both very good and on par, I would say. I don't see one dramatically better than the other one. The same goes for the ambient mode. So if you want to hear yourself, if you want to hear transparency mode, you can see as well, both on the same kind of side. The big thing about the Huawei FreeBuds is they have a 22 kilohertz Bluetooth mode where you can have better mic quality, and I can demonstrate this to you in a short little video so you can see how the mics sound here on both of them. When it comes to noise cancelling mics during calls, both basically the same. So in the end, I will show you the microphone quality test. My verdict on this is a good successor for this. Not in all things, because for example, touch controls, the FreeBuds Pro have all touch controls you need: volume, skipping track, pausing track, and the ability to turn off or on the noise cancelling or switching to the ambient mode. And here on the Honor Earbuds 3 Pro Plus, you don't have the option to skip songs or go to the previous song, which is like a big bummer. I think this would be the best if this technology, in this case, with this features, would be the perfect successor for the Huawei FreeBuds Pro. But so far, I have to say, yes, the sound quality is better on the Earbuds 3 Pro. The controls and the haptics is better on the FreeBuds Pro. And yeah, pretty much everything else is on par. So this is basically everything for this short little video. Now let's go on to the mic test on both of them. And until the next time, bye. So here's the sound test with the Honor Earbuds 3 Pro. I think they have pretty good sounding microphones, and even if you have some voices around you, they are very good at filtering this out. The only problem I have with them is like you don't have this really high quality microphone mode for vlogs, for example. That would be very cool to use. Otherwise, what do you think about this microphone quality in comparison with the FreeBuds Pro? And now the recording test with the high quality voice mode of the FreeBuds Pro, which is a pretty cool feature, only supported on certain Huawei devices like my P50 Pro or the Mate 40 Pro. But yeah, it gives you the ability to get better voice and better noise quality as well. So very good for vlogging, for example. Maybe outside you might run into issues with a bit too much wind noise, if there's too much wind going on, but still this is simply superb. And you can also use this for phone calls if you have HD phone calls available, which gives you really superb quality when calling someone with the Huawei FreeBuds Pro.